Our Kayla Tausche covering that part of the story for us. Ilan Moy also with us on what happens next up on the Hill and whether more progressive Democrats are going to support it. Kayla, we begin with you first.
Well, Scott, President Biden there is taking his pitch directly to the American people, walking out onto a messaging tightrope to argue that this package is exactly what voters voted for last November and that it upholds two critical campaign promises: not to raise taxes on individuals making less than $400,000 and to compromise with lawmakers in order to get some of these priorities done. President Biden noting that no one got everything they wanted, including me. Of course, many of those key principles were left on the cutting room floor throughout this negotiating process, and what's unspoken is that the negotiation was needed within the Democratic Party, not across the aisle, for this social and climate spending package, just based on the wide variety of views and the division between the Democratic Party at this moment. That is the governing reality for Democrats, even as they hold both chambers of Congress and the presidency. This morning, President Biden told House Democrats that their ability to get these packages across the finish line will determine whether they stay in power on Capitol Hill next year. And he told them that if they are able to get these packages across the finish line, that he believes that the legacy could be greater than LBJ and FDR combined. Scott?
All right. Kayla Tausche, thank you very much. That's Kayla on the Hill. Now to Ilan Moy on what happens next. Ilan, is it a done deal up on the Hill, or do we still have some negotiations to take care of?
Yeah, not at all a done deal, Scott. It's unclear if this framework is going to be enough to move the ball for progressives who want assurances that this broader package can pass before they vote for an infrastructure bill. Progressives in the House are meeting right now in order to discuss this, but the head of that caucus has called this a loose framework and said that the president is taking a leap of faith in believing that two moderate senators, Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, will support this at the end of the day. Now, Sinema did put out a statement saying that she feels like this is significant progress and she looks forward to getting this done, but she didn't say that she would vote for it, and neither did Senator Joe Manchin. He just said that he's been working in good faith and that this is now in the hands of the House. So we will see if House Speaker Nancy Pelosi does call for that infrastructure vote today, if she sort of holds progressives' feet to the fire and see if they can get that deal done for the president. But right now, progressives are holding the line and saying that they do not believe that this is strong enough for them to vote for the infrastructure bill, imperiling the passage of that package.
I wanted to ask you about SALT as well, because it's not in the framework. However, there's a lot of conversation about it this morning behind the scenes. The chair of Ways and Means, Congressman Neal, says it's going to be in the final bill. Is that what you know?
Yeah, so the latest that we've been hearing is that what they would do is repeal the cap on state and local tax deductions for 2 years, but then potentially add it back after it expires in 2025 in order to pay for it. That 2-year repeal would cost somewhere in the neighborhood of $180 billion. And of course, you heard the president say he doesn't want this package to add to the deficit at all. So there is confidence within the Democratic caucus that this will be addressed in the final package, but exactly how it gets done is still pretty fluid.
All right, Ilan Moy, thanks very much to you.